What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you our Week 3 battle for the NCP. Today, we are going to be playing against JB Westside and his Las Vegas Cinderaces. He is 2-0 plus 5. We are 2-0 plus 5. It's a battle of two of the, I think, three other teams. I think there's three other teams that are undefeated. So, yeah, battle of the undefeateds early on in the season. But let's go ahead and jump into this because it is going to be a hell of a battle, a crazy team builder as well. So if you guys are excited for it, make sure to smash the like button, comment your thoughts on the team as well as the battle down below, and of course subscribe to the channel, guys. We are at the time of recording this at 925 subscribers, so make sure to join the Ocean to help us reach our end goal, our end of year goal rather, of 1,000 subscribers. Let's go ahead and jump into it, starting with my opponent's team. His team is very scary. There really is not a weak link. The weak link, quote unquote, would be Thwacky, and it's not really a weak link. It's very, very strong. It can help control the terrain, which is a problem for my Coco. He has the Garbodor, which in all, it's not the biggest threat in the world, but I don't have a grounded poison type, meaning he can just set up toxic spikes on me. Didn't come to any of my mocks. It did not come because he has a lot of other really big threats. So we'll see. I do have a couple of really good answers to the Garbodor. My ground type in Rhyperior is incredible. I have a couple of really solid defoggers, Scizor, Driftblim. I have my Dragonite and I have my Coco, which all could be, well, 3 of the 4 of them aren't affected by toxic spikes, so I don't feel too bad about that. Gardevoir is a really big issue here because of Trace. It can trace my Slush Rush on my Arctozolt, meaning that it'll, well, 1, outspeed us, which is a problem, but 2, it'll outspeed my entire team as well. So because of that, I was kind of hesitant about bringing Hail this week. Other than that, Vanillux, not the biggest threat in the world, can set a Veil though for him, which is nice. He may not want to bring it out of fear that I'm just bringing Arctozolt and that's it. Maybe like a Scarf Arctozolt with Slush Rush just in case he brings the Vanillux. Who knows? Copperajah is annoying, but not the biggest threat on my team at all. Definitely not the biggest threat. Definitely not. It's scary because it sets up rocks. It's bulky as hell, but that's pretty much it. Blastoise, if it sets up a Shell Smash, it is going to be very, very difficult for my team to deal with. Because of that, I have, I think, only 1 or 2 answers to it. Probably more like only 1. Actually, no, I have 2 answers to it. Blacephalon has not come to any of the mocks, which I kind of understand because it's really frail and I have so much priority, but I can fire off a Bullet Punch with my Scizor. If I get rocks, it's going to be problematic for it. If I'm a bulky, especially defensive Rhyperior, we handle it pretty easily. So I don't feel too bad about it, but our team also has 2 Mons that or 3 Mons rather, that outspeed it and have coverage for it in Coco, Keldeo, and Alolan Persian. So again, not feeling too worried about it. Salamence, big problem if he gets a Dragonette, it can just sweep me. Very, very scary, of course. Crocodile, Scale Shot now. Scarf Moxie is another rocker. It's just annoying as hell to deal with. And then there's the Thundurus and the Urshifu, which this is the 3rd week in a row I'm playing against a electric flying type, which is so scary. I really am not looking forward to dealing with that thing. It is very, very fast at 101 base speed. It's got 145 special attack, hits super hard, Volt Absorb as well to make it immune to Coco's electric type attacks. It's very problematic. And then there is the Urshifu Rapid Strike. You guys know how much I like Urshifu Rapid Strike. This thing is an amazing Pokemon. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can kind of deal with it easily because it is a very scary mon, but we don't really have the best answers to it. Our answers are like Celebi, Dragonite, kind of Keldeo, and then an offensive check in the Coco. I'm lucky that he doesn't have webs. If he had webs, it'd be a very scary thing to deal with. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Our first mon is going to be our Scizor. Scizor is one of our win cons. We have 3 main win cons. We have our Scizor, our Keldeo, we have also our Dragonite. Everything else kind of made to support one of those 3 getting the win for us. With Bullet Punch, U-turn and Knockoff with my opponent's team for incredible damage all around. Originally, I was running Dual Wing Beat over Knockoff, but I felt like it would be better for me to, 1, get rid of a potential Scarf on the Urshifu or a Band or whatever, find out at least if it is Scarf or Banded, or a Life Orb or Leftovers or whatever the case may be, rather than just doing damage to it with Dual Wing Beats. It also hits the Thundurus for a lot better damage, meaning I can weaken it to the point where Bullet Punch might be able to pick it off if he goes for like a Defog, getting rid of my rocks, or a Grass, not expecting a Rhyperior coming in, or whatever the case may be. So I felt like that was the best option there. Then Okaberry is for random fire moves, not from the Blacephalon though. It's like for a Fire Punch from the Urshifu, from a Fire Fang from the Crocodile, Fire Blast or Fire Fang from the Salamence, Heat Crash from the Copperajah. I'm pretty sure we love a Heat Crash. I could be wrong on that because it's going to be super powerful, like 120 base power. So we'll see, but again, at the end of the day, we're very bulky. We have bulk for Jollet, Banded, Urshifu's Close Combat, or Surging Strikes, which is useful to have. And again, if I can get boosted up and we have Rocks up and the Thundurus is weakened, then we can just outright win with Bullet Punch. So I feel very confident in this set. Our next mon is going to be our Tapu Koko. Koko it's interesting this season. It's 1 and 2 so far. I mean, it's hard to explain because it has been useful, but also kind of underwhelming at the same time. That's hard to explain because you want to make sure that your best Pokemon, your first overall pick, is going to be your best Pokemon usually. But Koko is going to be performing a role that's really weird on the team. It's going to be a very supportive Pokemon that can come in and have games, hopefully like this one here, where it can just set up and sweep, or just be a general nuisance to my opponent's team when they don't have a good ground type. You look at stabs, Electric and Fairy. Tell me, what on my opponent's team resists that combination? Nothing. Nothing at all. He has one electric immunity, or two electric immunities rather, in the Crocodile and in the Thundurus, and both of them get hit by Dazzling Gleam pretty well for good damage, especially if I'm boosted up with a Calm Mind. I have the Chucka Berry there in case he's a Scarf Crocodile or a very bulky one. That way I can take the Earthquake and continue to just attack it right away. Just feel very safe with that, as well as for the Salamence in case he's running a Scarf Salamence, or let's say he tries setting up on something with Dragon Dance and he has going for an Earthquake on me and he does a huge chunk of damage to me but not enough to KO, then I feel like that's probably the best bet to have the Chucka Berry, just in case we can take that hit. Obviously, we outspeed my opponent's entire team. We have speed on the set for anything that is not Scarfed. So it basically reaches anything above Blacephalon's speed, and that's it. I didn't feel like I need to go any faster than that. I also didn't feel like it was going to be my best interest to go Modest. I could have gone Modest. I actually was Modest for a while, but then after talking to my front office, we decided, hey, we're going to go and start running Timid on this set because it would allow me to have a lot more bulk, enough bulk to the point where I can actually take a +2 Timid Surf from the Blastoise. So if it gets a Shell Smash off, then if I have my Koko in the back at max HP, I can come in, take the hits, and then I can fire off a Discharge, getting the KO, which would be insane. It would be huge to make sure I don't lose. And if I don't get the KO, then I have priority in the back with my Scizor, and I have another decent check, I guess, to the Blastoise in the back as well. This is going to be our Koko. Moving on is going to be our Dragonite. Now, Dragonite is our third win con, our third and final win con of the group, but it's not the last set of Pokemon we have. This is set of Pokemon number 3. I believe I'm bringing 4. I am bringing 4, yeah. Dragonclaw, Dual Wing Beat, Dragon Dance, and Roost is pretty much all I need. Roost is there for longevity, make sure I can get back to my multi-scale, potentially take another hit. It would be very useful. Dual Wing Beat hits something like the Urshifu, hits the, I guess, the Gardevoir as well for good damage, but everything else I'm going for Dragonclaw against. The Copperajah does wall this set, technically, but I feel like I can weaken it pretty effectively. If it's not running Play Rough and if it doesn't have a ton of attack investment, I can just set up on it freely, and I'm cool with that. I would definitely go with that. I just don't want it to kind of, I don't want it to be problematic for me. I don't want it to cause issues by having Play Rough or just weakening my Dragonite to the point where it can't sweep. That's why a lot of my team is built around weakening the Copperajah, weakening the Gardevoir, weakening the Vanilluxe. Once those 3 are gone, it's going to be pretty much free reign for Dragonite to set up a Dragon Dance, maybe even 2, and just go for a game right there with the multi-scale. We have speed on the set, so can speed tie with his Gardevoir in case he's running a Scarf Gardevoir. I will have enough speed to outspeed that thing, fire off a +1 Dual Wing Beat against it from a Pokemon with 134 attack stat. Stab, 40 base power, twice is going to do enough damage to hopefully get the KO on the Gardevoir because it's not super physically defensive. But yeah, that is our Dragonite. We do set up on an Urshifu that is not locked into something like Ice Punch, or it does not have Ice Punch. If we can just go for, let's say we know he's Scarfed and he's got Surging Strike or something, I just click Dragon Dance. Okay, he goes into something else. I definitely have my multi-scale attack still. Let's go for another Dragon Dance. And there we go. Now I'll outspeed on everything, and I'll be able to just get KOs non-stop. Moving on to our next mon, it is going to be our Rhyperior. Rhyperior plays an important role this week, but is also not super valuable. It's weird because he has a Surging Strikes Urshifu, which is going to be causing so many problems for my Rhyperior. The good news is, if he is not boosted, if he is a non-boosting item Urshifu, then if he decides to click his Surging Strikes, we'll actually take the hit because of our Citrus Berry. He will do enough damage to bring us down to our Citrus Berry range after the first 2 hits, and then we will pop up back up over the required amount of HP to take the 3rd hit. That way we can survive, obviously fire off a Thunder Punch or get up our rocks, whatever the case may be. We'll get valuable knowledge from the Urshifu just by having our Rhyperior here. Obviously it is kind of like a magnet for that Urshifu to come in. It also kind of forces in the Thundurus. Grass Knot is going to Oko me. There's nothing I can do about it. It's very scary, but he can't just freely go for Grass Knot when I have a Scizor, I have a Dragonite, and I have an Arcanine in the back, which all resisted. 2 of them 4 times resist the Grass Knot, so I feel very confident that I can just say, hey, I can kind of play this 50-50. Maybe you go for a U-turn expecting the swap, whatever. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's what we have, our Rhyperior. The bulk on this thing all allows us to take a a Modest Specs Blacephalon's Shadow Ball after rocks, and we also take 2 Jolly Crocodile's Earthquakes just to be safe, and I put the rest into my attack investment because I could afford it. If he decides to set up on me with the Salamence, I have Rock Blast. I think 3 or 4 hits. 3 hits after rocks, 4 hits in total should definitely get the KO on it. So I feel pretty confident in that. And if he decides to set up again, honestly, if we're at max HP, +1 isn't going to KO me. He's going to have to be at least +2, probably even +3, let's be honest. So yeah, that's going to be our Rhyperior. Moving on to Mon number 5, it is going to be our Arcanine. Arcanine is super valuable in this game as an early game breaker. That is what I'm going to be using it as. I'm going to be using it as a way to just come in, click agility, and then I outspeed everything, no matter if they're scarfed or not, and I can fire off pretty much a super effective coverage move or a stab option against everything. Urshifu, Wild Charge. Crocodile, Close Combat. Salamence, well, Wild Charge. That's the option with that. But still, if I can weaken the Salamence, it's going to be huge for us. Basically, he has to worry about me having Play Rough too. That is a problem. I have, you know what? No, you know what I just realized? I don't know why I have Close Combat. I'm going to try and change this to Play Rough because Play Rough would hit the Crocodile. It would also hit the Salamence for really good damage, while Close Combat would only be used on something like the Vanillix or the Copperajah, which both get nuked by my fire coverage. So I'm going to replace Close Combat for Play Rough, and we'll go with that. It's going to be a bit better of an option because it also hits the Urshifu for the same amount of damage that Wild Charge would without losing my HP stats. So I'm gonna switch that over. So forget that. The Life Orb is there to increase our damage output. We are Intimidate specifically because if I go Flash Fire and he's Trace on his Gardevoir, Wild Charge at neutral does less than Flare Blitz does while we're at -1. So I felt like that was going to be the best option to go for, just to be safe, to do the maximum amount of damage to the Gardevoir. It hits the Urshifu for incredible damage. We basically hit everything for insane damage. That is the plan. Speed for Crocodile at neutral, and we outspeed everything else once we get 2+2. Mon number 6. The final one is going to be our Keldeo. Keldeo is running the Assault Vest this week. It outspeeds everything on my opponent's team. Blacephalon, Thundurus, Urshifu, whatever. It outspeeds all of them as long as they are not scarfed. I will know right away if something is scarfed when they come in on my Keldeo. I am not running Flip Turn. I don't need it. What I need to do is weaken the rest of my opponent's team. If I'm expecting a swap, I can go for an Icy Wind, weaken something, and at the same time slow it down, like the Crocodile, for example, or the Thundurus, or the Salamence, or whatever the case may be. Even the Urshifu, to the point where I can then Icy Wind it and probably get a KO with it. So I felt like that was the best option, because once I fire off the Icy Wind, I'll know right away. I'm going to outspeed it, I can KO it. I can Scald Burn on the switch very confidently. If he goes, let's say it's Keldeo versus Crocodile, I know he's not scarfed or something, I can fire off a Scald. He either lose his Crocodile, or he'll switch out into something. What resists the water moves on his team? The Urshifu, the Salamence, and then like the Thwackey basically. And all of them do not appreciate me burning them with Scald. So I'll definitely take advantage of that. I have Urshifu there specifically because it hits the Copperajah for solid damage. It also hits the Blastoise for better damage than something like Secret Sword would, or Sacred Sword, whichever is the one that hits on the physical side but is a special attack. Yeah, that's just it. The good news is about this Keldeo, and this is weird, I wasn't really expecting this, but Keldeo is bulky enough with the Assault Vest. Its typing is also really solid as a way to check Blastoise. Blastoise usually wants to run Scald or Water Move or something, Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, something along those lines. He's going to have to run Dragon Pulse now. He's going to have to. And if he runs Dragon Pulse against my Keldeo, he does nothing to it. It's crazy how little damage it does to me if he's at +2. I'd be like, we can actually take 2. Pretty comfortably too. So I can fire off then an Icy Wind on it, weakening it, making it slower. So let's say I'm in a situation where it's Keldeo against Blastoise. He's like, I'm going to set up on you. I go for Icy Wind. I lower his speed stat, by 1 stage. The White Herb then pops. He will now be at neutral, gets +2 special attack, +2 speed, +2 attack from the Shell Smash, but he's at -1 defense and special defense, and then I can fire off the Aura Sphere, and at that point, 2 Aura Spheres will guarantee get the KO, no matter what his spread is with our Keldeo. A bit of a longer team builder, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, this Keldeo is meant to support the rest of our team. It's kind of weird, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed the team builder, make sure you like, of course, and let's go ahead and jump right into the battle. Alright everyone, so we are back. Looking at his team, he ends up bringing no Gardevoir, which is crazy, but I will take it. No Blacephalon either, very nice. He brings the Copperajah, the Crocodile. He brings the Thundurus Therian, the Urshifu Rapid Strike, the Salamence, and the Vanillix. Alright, I kind of want to lead off with Clifford here and just click buttons, honestly. I think that's my best bet. If he leads off with the Crocodile, so be it. He's going to get an Intimidate off on us, we'll get one off on him. But yeah, I'm very confident in this build right now. I feel good about it. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. Feeling good about it. All right, so I'm trying to think about this quickly because there is going to be an interesting situation that's going to come up later on in the game. That's going to be if he gets Veil up, which is going to be scary. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to lead off with Clifford, the big red dog, and let's see what's going to happen. All right. Let's do it. By the way, I did change Close Combat to Play Rough on my Arcanine. So we have that. I had to do like the TR for it, I didn't gen that in, so I ended up having to use two PP ups, not PP maxes, PP ups, to give it an extra 4 uses of Play Rough. I didn't have another one, so oops. But Confessions, that is the Urshifu. Okay. That kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. That kind of sucks. We do get the Intimidator off on it. If he goes for strikes, he gets the KO on me. I think my play, though, is going to be to go hard into... do I go hard into Dragonite here? Because if he goes for a U-turn and he goes into Vanillix, I'm kind of screwed. Okay, let's go and take a look at Urshifu Rapid Strike. Level 50, let's go Choice Scarf. And let's go -1 against my Scizor. Strikes is going to do a ton of damage to me. We know that already. Keldeo doesn't take anything from strikes. It takes little from close combat. I only need... I kind of need the HP on Keldeo. I'm going to go into Piff here. I'm going to switch back out. If he turns into the Vanillix, I'm going to switch back out into my Scizor or my Arcanine. Probably the Arcanine, if anything. But yeah, let's switch out. We get the Intimidator off. We'll see right now what kind of damage he does to me. I'm going to grab my calculator. 167 strikes. Okay, that's cool with me. So 167 with multi-scale. That's 15 points of health. The first one. That's 30. And another 30. About. Okay, let's take a look. So Dragonite with no multi-scale. He is banned. He is totally banned. He's probably jolly banned if anything though. So this is fine with me. We know he's banded. Right off the bat, that's good knowledge to have. And I kind of just want to roost up here. Yeah, I'm going to roost up here. I'm going to roost and we'll see what happens. Don't really want to go for dual wing beat just yet. If he switches out, he switches out. He switches out, fine. So we're going to get back to full HP as he goes into 2 scoops. So we're going to lose our multi-scale still, which is fine. But he is banned. So I can mark that down. That's unfortunate. I mean, that's not so bad, but being banded does suck. Okay, so let's go to, he has Vanillix. He has Urshifu, Rapid Strike, which we know is banded. And I'm just gonna go hard into Arcanine here. Or do I go to Scizor? I think I go hard into Scizor here and then I U-turn out. He probably goes for a Bullet Punch, or a Roar Veil here or something. But regardless, maybe he goes for a Blizzard, who knows. But yeah, this is good. The fact that we are able to keep our Dragonite healthy enough at least, so we can come back in on the Urshifu is a good thing. But we know it's banded with certain strikes. Other than that, he has the, if I add sprites to Showdown, MattOshea, he has the Thunderous, Therian, he has the, what else is there? I have it on my layout here. Oh, he doubles. What does he go into? Confessions, he goes back into it as I go into my Scizor here, which I am fine with. I'm actually okay with that. I'm okay with that. Okay, so he's going to take that. Again, we're pretty sure he's banded. He's at neutral now against my Scizor. Close combat does not Okami if he's jolly. Actually, it might because it might. It might because of that. Because of the, what is it called? The hail. Ooh, that's rough. If he has Fire Punch, does that kill me? Fire Punch. Fire Punch does not. Surging Strikes. 55 hits times 3 at the very most. We should take that. I'm going to go for a knockoff here. I want to get rid of the band to make it a lot easier for me. But what I'm going to do actually is just go for a U-turn. I'm just going to go for the U-turn here. If he goes for an Ice Punch making a prediction, cool. But I'm going to go for the U-turn here. He will outspeed me. I will get priority unless we drop to a close combat. Yeah, now I can go with the Keldeo. And Keldeo should scare it out. That's good, that's good. He's playing really aggressively with the Urshifu early on. He's definitely got me on the hind foot. Definitely. If I had brought... Dude, if Surging Strikes, I'm going to take this hit. If I had brought my Hail Core, we would have been in such good shape. Holy shit. We might not take this. 62, no, we take this. We take it. Yeah. Because 55 was the max roll. He's so incredibly banded. Oh my god. Alright. Now at this point, I go into my Keldeo. Whew. So we take the hit first because he knows we're faster. We obviously know it's not scarfed. My question is, I mean, we don't die to a banded hit. Like, we don't. Surging Strikes does at most, I think it was like 40-something% to me. It does at most 57% to me, excuse me. So that's not bad at all. I can freely go for an Air Slash here. I expect to swap into something like the Thunderous maybe. So I could Icy Wind. I'm just going to go for the Icy Wind, I believe, here. I don't know if I can play this risky with it. That's the problem. I mean, I'll take the hit from the Thunderous after the fact. So what I think I should do is go for the Aura Sphere. Because I can expect them to switch out and go into that Thunderous, if anything. And I'll take the hit and Icy Wind it. Or do I just Scald? I'm going to Aura Sphere. I'm running out of time. I've got to make my decision a bit faster. But he switches out. Does he go into the Vanillix? Does he go into the Copperajah? Merciless. What is that? Salamence. Wow. So if I had just gone for my Insanity. That's crazy. Okay. That's big damage. Crit. No wonder. No wonder. And we have speed unless he is Scarf. Let's just go for an Icy Wind here. Let's fire it off. Dude, if I had gone for the Icy Wind there, we'd have a dead Salamence. That sucks. But Icy Wind comes out. He is not Yachi Berry, and he should drop to this hit. As he does. Very nice. So the Salamence goes down early on. I'll take that, because that's one small issue, I guess, to our Dragonites endgame. It also annoys Coco a little bit. Okay, he probably goes into the Thunderous here, if anything. If I'd have to guess, that is what he goes into. Having Sizzle get this low is not good. It really is not good, oh my god. Because we want to make sure we have that around to hit the Vanillix. But he goes into the Vanillix here. He probably fires off a Aurora Veil here. Does it get Freeze Dry? It does get Freeze Dry, doesn't it? I think regardless, I just go for the Aura Sphere. I should take the hit regardless, again. So, Aura Sphere comes out. He switches out. What does he go into? Cloud League, okay. That's fine. Aura Sphere comes out on it. So, it's good damage. Thunderous. Oh my god, Thunderous T. Wall Breaker. Level 50. T-Bolt can KO me. But I don't think he goes for a Thunderbolt here. And if he goes for Thunderbolt, I go into Rhyperior. I'm going to go for my Icy Wind here. We'll lower the speed on this. As he is not Scarf, we do outspeed it. Very nice. Oh, we crit him. Shit, that sucks. I'm sorry, JB. That really sucks. Because he was able to get off good damage on me. And now I have just a very, very high health. Where is the Thunderous? That's unfortunate. But Keldeo proving its worth. Wow. Oh, man. Keldeo is going to be... Wow, yeah, because right now he only has one potential Scarfer, and that's going to be the Crocodile. Which I am cool with. I am definitely cool with. Wow. 2 scoops comes back out. Okay, let's take a look at Vanillix now that the guy is gone. What's it called? That stupid Thunderous is gone. Freeze Dry will do 47 to 57 if he's timid. I think I just go for the Aura Sphere here. Just go for the Aura Sphere. Yeah. We should do a huge chunk of that. If he's got no investment, if he's got 0 investment, we actually have a chance to kill, a pretty high chance. It's 98 to 116 if he's got 0 investment in anything. He probably has 4 in HP at the very worst. He's scarfed. Okay. No crits. Very nice. Did we KO it? Bro, Keldeo. 3 kills. That's insane. So Vanillix goes down. I don't even think he's Scarf Crook. I don't. I'll be honest. That's insane. That's nuts. I also have not revealed the Air Slash yet. So I can fire that off on the Urshifu if he thinks he's going to live in Aura Sphere or something. God damn, this Keldeo. What is going on with this Keldeo? I don't get it. Every time Keldeo plays an Urshifu Rapid Strike, whenever I'm in the game, Keldeo just always shows out. That's insane. Wow. It's you know, it's looking good for us, but it's not over. He still has a Banded Urshifu in the back. Jawsome. Okay. It's Intimidate. Kind of makes me believe it's not Scarf. And if it is Scarf and he goes for a knockoff, or yeah, he wouldn't even kill us if he goes for a knockoff. Probably wouldn't. I should double check that. Crocodile. Choice Scarf. Level 50. Knockoff would do... It's a roll. And I'm fine with taking that roll. We know right away if he's Scarfed. And then I can still set up with my Dragonite, right? I can even set up with my Arcanine at that point. Yeah. So let's go for the Scald. Scald and Aura Sphere do the exact same amount, but Scald has a chance to burn, so I'm just gonna go for the Scald. 107 to 127. Scald, he is not Yachi, he's not Pasho. He is probably Assault Vest, I'd say, as he Earthquakes me. Okay, so down goes Keldeo. It had a really good run, getting 3 KOs, weakening the Crocodile as well. So Crook goes, not Crook go down, it was, what goes down? I'm trying to think of the name of it. Where are you, Keldeo? Where the hell is my Keldeo sprite? I don't know why I can never find the sprite that I'm looking for. There it is, okay. I can go into Scizor, threaten this thing out with a U-turn. Igneous isn't going to help me here. If I weaken this, it goes to -1 against my Arcanine. We'll take the Earthquake, just not well. I don't want to risk that, really. I'm going to go into Deadpool here, because he's either going to sack this off. Yeah, so I'm basically doing it as a sack for Deadpool, because he's either going to let his Crocodile go down, or he's going to go hard into his Urshifu or his Copper Ajana. At that point, Crook should die. Not Crook, Scizor should die, excuse me. Okay, let's take a look at my hail turns. How much does... Okay, this is the last turn of hail, so I believe I'm not actually going to take this hit. I think I will. But I can fire off the Bullet Punch. If he goes into Copper Ajana, I can fire off a knockoff, which is nice. So I'm just going to go for a Bullet Punch here. I'd actually probably even U-turn if he goes into Copper Ajana. So Scizor picks up the KO. Crook is gone. It's a 3rd crit for us this game. Not gonna lie, the first one didn't matter. The third one didn't matter, but this one, no, the one against the Thundurus, that definitely did matter. Again, I'm positive that the game is not over. He has an Urshifu that's banded. He has a Copper Ajana in the back, which could definitely be Assault Vest. It's problematic for sure. And I believe if he's an offensive Copper Ajana, let's just say he's banded for the hell of it. Wow, why is this banded spread on Showdown is saying it's Impish Nature, Sheer Force, Choice Band. Weird. Let's just go max attack with an Adamant Nature then against our Coco. Heavy Slam does actually not outright KO me. Wow, that's crazy. Confessions. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to bother going for a knockoff here. There's no reason for me to do it. Again, I'm like, I know he's banded, but what I'll do is because he's in range, I'm just going to because he's in range of discharge, what I'm saying, I'm just going to go for a U-turn. He'll KO me regardless, so he just KOs me with Surging Strikes. That's fine. Scizor did its job. It took a hit from Urshifu, got me momentum, and really put me in a position where I could just outright win. So good job, Scizor. Good job. And at this point, we go hard into Coco. We click Discharge. And we have the Arcanine in the back that can take the hits from the Copperajah. We can set up on it as well. We have the Electric Terrain now to hit the Urshifu for even better damage. We're in a good position all around. So let's just fire off that Discharge here. Again, I am so confident he is not Wakanda. I'm like, I know he's Banded. He's Banded or he's like Mystic Water or something. But regardless, we outspeed him. We know he's not Scarf based on the damage that he was doing to us. So we should be in a really good position for the rest of this game. Probably to win it 4-0, maybe 3-0. But we'll see. I'm feeling good. Rhyperior was my kind of lure to a Scarf Urshifu, but guess not going to work out. But regardless, he switches out into the Copperajah, the correct nickname for it, Irrelevant. All right. Nice nickname. And it's an Air Balloon set. Interesting. Okay, so we should do a solid chunk to him. That's really good damage. That is really good damage. We take an Adamant Heavy Slam. If he goes for Earthquake, we'll take the hit because of our Shucka Berry, so I don't have any reason to just not click Discharge. Coco's just going to stay in here, and Coco should clean up the rest of this game for us. See, another Discharge comes out, and we paralyze it this time. Do we get the full para? We don't, but Earthquake comes out. We are Shucka, so we're going to eat that, and we can then just win the game. Dope, so we're going to pick up a 4-0 win here. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Holy shit. Jeez. Okay, well, let's go for another one. Discharge. Guys, so this is crazy. I might as well take time to say I am moving. By the time you guys are watching this, I'm already in my new place. It's not going to be my really new place. I'm moving back in with Julia's parents for a little bit. So we're going to be there for about a few weeks, and then we're going to be moving into our condo, which is super exciting. I can't wait for that. But what that means is that starting not next week, but the week after, so week 5 of NCP, my battles will be post-com for a while. I just can't record live during that time. That sucks. I wish I could. I just can't. So again, wish I could, but if you guys are okay with me doing post-coms, then I'd really appreciate you guys sticking around. I still plan to have super analytic and good discussions about the games that happened and try and mimic my reactions as best as I possibly can. But yeah, he goes for a Bandit Aquajet. I was trying to lower diff. Does he get the KO? He does not. So we're going to Discharge here. If we don't KO, we should. But yeah, okay, great. So yeah, but again, if you guys are interested in analytical discussions about my games as well, then make sure to stick around, because even though we are going to be moving to post-comps for a couple weeks, you guys can still learn a ton. I can definitely learn a ton by looking back at my battles. But yeah, we end up picking up a 4-0 win over JB and his Las Vegas Cinderaces, avenging our loss to him in the IBL in the season that we are having right now, I guess. And yeah, so we pick up a win. I'm happy about it. 3-0. 3-0 plus 9. What a way to start a season. Wow, this team is carrying. What way to go. What a team. What a team. GG to JB once again. Make sure to go and check him out, guys. He is a fantastic person. We've actually done a video together on G-Max Grimmsnarl. If you missed that, it is going to be linked in the description and probably in the cards at the top right of your screen. So make sure to go and check that out. Things that I can learn from this battle. Urshifu is very, very scary. I think I definitely got a bit lucky. I can play a lot more recklessly with the Keldeo. We probably would not have dropped to the Thunderous, but again, the crit was huge. And the fact that I didn't go for a Icy Wind on the incoming Salamence, that was massive as well. I should have probably done that. That was definitely the play, but I don't know why he didn't go into the Copperajah, at least at that point. Now I do know why, and the reason he didn't was because he was Air Balloon, which I guess was there for the right period to make sure you can take a hit from that. So it is what it is. But guys, we pick up the 4-0 win. We advance to 3-0 plus 9. We are sitting probably at the top of the league or close to. I think Shuckle King is still undefeated at 2-0, but he's like plus 7 or plus 9 already, which is nuts. But hey, we're doing well for ourselves, so guys, make sure to like on the video, comment your thoughts on the battle down below and what you thought of the team that we brought to this game, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Again, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we cannot do without you. So guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.